Boston Red Sox versus New York Yankees. This is the third series of the season between these AL East rivals. Boston is 6-1 against New York this season and leads the series 7-3 in the last 10 meetings. The under was 5-4-1 in those 10 games. Boston 69-59 SU, 67-61 RL, and 63-62-3 OU lost 2 games to Baltimore in its previous series, struggling to generate enough offense against quality pitching. The Red Sox are 4-6 in their last 10 games. The over was 6-4, highlighting their recent inconsistency as they try to stay in the playoff chase. Boston will turn to left-hander Garrett Crochet on Saturday against New York. In his last start, 7.0 innings pitched versus Miami, the 26-year-old gave up 1 run on 3 hits with 8 strikeouts, showcasing excellent command of both his fastball and slider. He is 13-5 with a 2.43 ERA and 1.07 WHIP in 25 appearances, 159.1 IP this season, including 9-2 with a 2.52 ERA and 1.11 WHIP in 13 road starts, 82.0 IP. And his ability to consistently limit hard contact has made him one of the most reliable arms in the rotation. The Red Sox entered this series losers of 4 of their previous 6 games, a slump that has cooled them off after a strong midsummer push. They were hot in July, 17th of July, but are just 10th of August, showing signs of inconsistency. Boston has been dominant at Fenway Park, 41-25, feeding off its home crowd energy, but they remain 6 games under .500 on the road, where their offense tends to be less explosive and their pitching staff has struggled to maintain leads. A troubling trend as they fight to stay alive in the postseason race. New York, 69-58 SU, 58-69 RL, and 59-63-5 OU, won 2 games against Tampa Bay in its previous series. The Yankees are 7-3 in their last 10 games. The over was 6-4, showing improved consistency at the plate and greater stability from their starting rotation. New York will start righty Will Warren tomorrow against Boston. In his last outing, the second-year MLB pro allowed 3 runs, 1 earned, on 6 hits in a 4.2-inning no decision against St. Louis. He is 7-5 with a 4.25 ERA and 1.37 WHIP in 26 starts, 127.0 IP this year, including 6-3 with a 2.86 ERA and 1.18 WHIP in 13 starts, 72.1 IP at Yankee Stadium. Warren has shown steady improvement when pitching at home, relying on his sinking fastball and developing slider to induce ground balls and limit hard contact. His ability to keep the ball in the park has been a strength in the Bronx, where he's allowed just 5 home runs all season, compared to 11 on the road. While he can struggle with command at times, especially deep in counts, his poise in big game environments and comfort level in front of the Yankee faithful provide New York with a reliable mid-rotation option who can keep them competitive against division rivals. The Yankees may not be the World Series favorite this season, but they are serious contenders. A season after winning the American League pennant, New York is on the hunt for the whole enchilada, but it won't be easy to pull it off. The Yanks currently trail Toronto by 4 games in the AL East standings, but they have the talent to close the gap. The pitching staff has shown flashes of dominance led by Garrett Cole at the top, while the bullpen remains one of the more reliable units in the league. Offensively, Aaron Judge continues to anchor the lineup with his power and plate discipline, while contributions from Anthony Volpe and Juan Soto give the team depth and versatility. Despite battling through injuries and occasional inconsistency, this roster has the postseason experience and star power to keep them within striking distance of the division crown. The Red Sox have played to the over in 57% of their road games, the highest over-winning percentage in MLB this season. If the Yankees lead the scoring charge with another solid showing against Crochet, I anticipate the over to cash. As effective as Warren has been recently, Crochet is an ace. To push the total over, the Yankees will need to produce at least 4 runs against Boston's starter, as they did in his last outing in the Bronx. Given how well the Bronx Bombers have fared versus Southpaws this season, there's reason to believe they can replicate that success. New York has consistently displayed power against left-handers, ranking near the top of the American League in OPS in those matchups. and their deep lineup forces opposing pitchers to navigate through multiple tough at-bats each inning. Crochet's dominance is undeniable, but the Yankees' patient approach at the plate can drive up his pitch count early and open the door for a middle relief corps that has been shaky at times. That scenario would provide an even greater opportunity for New York's bats to break through, making the over more likely to cash if the early innings set the tone. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Yankees ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Colorado Rockies versus Pittsburgh Pirates. Two last-place teams will square off in Pittsburgh as the Pirates host the Rockies. The Rockies are closing in on 100 losses for the season, while the Pirates are over 25 games behind the Brewers in the NL Central Division. The pitching matchup for Game 2 of the series will be Rockies lefty Kyle Freeland, 3-12, 5.16, taking on Pirates righty Mike Burrows, 1-4, 783. 4.46. The Colorado Rockies have found a rare winning streak this week, winning 3 of 5 games, including a 4-game split with the first-place Dodgers. They have now won 3 of 5 games heading into Friday night's series opener at Pittsburgh. On Thursday, the Dodgers avoided losing 3 of 4, pulling out a 9-5 win. The Rockies fell behind 8-2 after 5 innings and were unable to come back. Center fielder Brenton Doyle led the offensive attack, going 2 for 3 with a home run and 4 RBI. The Rockies' recent stretch of solid baseball could prevent them from matching or exceeding the 2024 Chicago White Sox modern MLB record for losses in a season, 124. They will return Kyle Freeland to the hill on Saturday, 4 days after he had to leave his start against the Dodgers with a blister injury. Freeland is 3-12 in 23 starts this season, including 10 quality starts. He has allowed 149 hits in 120.1 innings of work, including 16 home runs. He has an ERA of 5.16 and a WHIP of 1.50. He has walked 31 batters and struck out 85. The Rockies have won 3 of Freeland's last 5 starts. On the road, he is 2-7 with an ERA of 4.24 in 12 starts. The Pittsburgh Pirates welcome the Rockies this weekend, hoping to add to what has been a strong home record despite their last-place status. The Pirates took 2 of 3 this week over the AL East leading Blue Jays in Pittsburgh. That includes a 2-1 win over the Blue Jays on Wednesday afternoon. Starter Johan Oviedo was the story, picking up his first MLB win since 2023. He allowed just 2 hits and 1 run in 5 innings of work, including 6 strikeouts, showing improved command and poise on the mound, and giving the Pirates confidence as they look to extend their recent home success against Colorado. The Pirates are now 36-30 at home heading into this weekend's series. They'll hand the ball off to right-hander Mike Burrows in Game 2 of the series. Burrows is 1-4 in 16 starts this season, including 2 quality starts. He has allowed 65 hits in 72.2 innings of work, including 12 home runs. Burrows has walked 27 and struck out 73 and has an ERA of 4.46 and a WHIP of 1.27. The Pirates have lost 4 of Burrows' last 5 starts, reflecting some inconsistency despite flashes of solid command. At home, he is 1-3 with a 4.67 ERA in 9 starts, where he has occasionally struggled to contain left-handed hitters and prevent extra base hits in key situations. The Rockies' offense is like night and day, home and away. At home, they have gone over the total in 4 of their last 5 games, consistently taking advantage of the hitter-friendly conditions at Coors Field. On the road, however, the Rockies are hitting an abysmal 212 and slugging just 346, ranking near the bottom of MLB in both categories. That drastic split has made them one of the league's most unreliable offenses away from Denver. Meanwhile, the Pirates have gone under the number in 4 of their last 5 games, with their pitching staff keeping contests low-scoring while their lineup struggles to provide consistent run support. They have also gone under the total in 3 of their last 5 games with Burrows on the hill, as the young right-hander has shown a knack for keeping opponents off balance even if his run support is shaky. All signs point to this being more of a grinded-out affair, especially given Colorado's offensive drop-off outside of Coors. The Pirates have been excellent at home this year, showing far more consistency in Pittsburgh despite being 20 games under .500 overall. Their offense has flashed recently as they scored 30 runs in 3 games against the Rockies' pitching staff during the series in Colorado, taking advantage of one of the league's weakest rotations. Rockies starter Kyle Freeland is just .312 overall this season and is coming off a shortened outing against the Dodgers due to a blister issue. He is scheduled to take the mound, but if he's unable to go, the Pirates will get their swings against a Rockies bullpen that has struggled mightily to keep games under control. On the other side, Burrows has allowed fewer hits than innings pitched and has shown he can limit damage effectively. He faces a Rockies lineup that has been abysmal away from Coors Field, ranking among the worst road offenses in baseball, which gives the Pirates another clear edge in this matchup. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Pirates ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. San Francisco Giants versus Milwaukee Brewers. A pair of National League teams continue a 3-game weekend series on the Diamond in search of a win in Cream City, when the San Francisco Giants travel to take on the Milwaukee Brewers Sunday afternoon, and San Francisco dropped 3 of 4 on the road against San Diego, as they were downed 8-4 in the finale Thursday afternoon. Milwaukee dropped 3 of 5 against the Cubs on the road, though they won the finale of the set 4-1 Thursday afternoon. San Francisco lost their 3rd straight and their 10th in their last 12 games as they were beaten by the Padres Thursday afternoon on the road. The Giants entered Friday 61-67 on the year and stood 4th in the NL West, 12 games behind the Dodgers for the top spot. They were 6.5 games behind the Mets for the final wildcard spot in the National League. Against San Diego Thursday, San Francisco finished with 7 hits as Luis Matos, run, was the lone player with 2 in the game. Willie Adams, his 20th, and Rafael Devers, his 25th, each went deep in the loss for the Giants. Justin Verlander, 1-10, took the loss as he allowed 7 runs on 7 hits with 1 walk and 4 strikeouts over 4.1 innings of work. Logan Webb is on the hill for the Giants as he makes his 27th start of the season in this contest. He is 11-9 with a 3.19 ERA, a 1.22 WHIP, 35 walks, and 175 strikeouts over 160.2 innings of work this season. Webb earned the win in his last start, which came against the Rays at home Sunday afternoon. He threw 7 innings, allowing no runs on 3 hits with no walks and 7 strikeouts in a game the Giants won 7-1. In his last 3 starts, Webb is 2-1 with a 2.33 ERA, a 0.98 WHIP, 1 walk, and 20 strikeouts over 19.1 innings of work. Webb makes his 7th career start against the Brewers in this contest. He is 3-0 with a 2.17 ERA, a 0.964 WHIP, 11 walks, and 45 strikeouts over 37.1 innings of work against them. Webb is 1-0 with a 3.00 ERA, a 0.889 WHIP, 5 walks, and 24 strikeouts over 18 innings in 3 career starts at American Family Field. Milwaukee won the opening and final games of their 5-game set with the Cubs, snapping a 3-game slide with Thursday's victory. The Brewers entered Friday 80-48 and held a 7-game advantage on the Cubs in the NL Central. Against Chicago Thursday, Milwaukee picked up 7 hits with Sal Frelick, run, and Bryce Terang, run, 2 RBI, each picking up a pair. Terang, his 14th, went deep in the game for the Brewers. Quinn Priester threw 4.1 innings, allowing 1 run on 3 hits with 5 walks and 4 strikeouts, but didn't factor in the decision. Nick Mears, 5-3, got the final 2 outs in the 5th to earn the win in relief. Trevor Megal worked a scoreless 9th, allowing 1 hit with no walks and 1 strikeout to earn his 30th save, highlighting Milwaukee's bullpen depth and ability to close out games efficiently, which has been a key factor in maintaining their strong position in the division. Freddie Peralta gets the ball for Milwaukee here as he makes his 27th start of the season in this contest. He is 15-5 with a 2.78 ERA, a 1.10 WHIP, 53 walks, and 154 strikeouts over 142.2 innings of work this season. Peralta earned the win in his last start, which came Monday on the road against the Cubs. He threw 6 innings, allowing no runs on 1 hit with 3 walks and 6 strikeouts in a 7-0 Brewers triumph. In his last 3 starts, Peralta is 3-0 with a 0.53 ERA, a 0.882 WHIP, 7 walks, and 20 strikeouts over 17 innings of work. Peralta makes his 6th career appearance, 5th start, against the Giants in this contest. He is 1-2 with a 3.86 ERA, a 1.531 whip, 10 walks and 21 strikeouts over 16.1 innings of work against them. Peralta has a 39-20 record with 1 save, a 3.28 ERA, a 1.024 whip, 159 walks and 597 strikeouts over 480.2 innings in 108 career appearances, 80 starts, at American Family Field. The Giants have crumbled in the second half, posting a .922 mark with a negative 33 run differential since the All-Star break. As a result, they've gone from being on the heels of the Padres and Dodgers in the NL West to sitting 6.5 games behind the Mets for the final wild card slot in the National League. Meanwhile, Milwaukee, despite losing 4 of 6, still hold the top mark in the majors by a comfortable margin. Peralta has been rolling all season and has allowed 2 runs or less in 7 of his last 9 starts. At home, he is 8-1 with a 1.95 ERA, a 1.00 whip, 19 walks and 81 strikeouts over 73.2 innings of work, demonstrating his ability to dominate lineups with both command and movement. Webb is solid, but the Giants' bats don't scare anyone at this point, especially against a pitcher who can exploit their recent struggles with timely pitching sequences and off-speed offerings. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Milwaukee Brewers ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Chicago Cubs versus Los Angeles Angels. The 2025 Major League Baseball season goes on Saturday, August 23rd. With the Chicago Cubs taking on the Los Angeles Angels in the interleague clash at Angel Stadium in Anaheim, California. Chicago and Los Angeles continue their 3-game regular season series, and Friday night's opener has been excluded from the analysis. The Chicago Cubs started this week with a 5-game home series against the Milwaukee Brewers. The Cubbies took 3 out of 5 from the best team in the NL Central, but Tuesday's doubleheader caused trouble in Chicago's starting rotation. At the time of writing, it was unknown who would get the starting call for the opening game of this series. Cade Horton was projected to take the mound on Saturday, but the 24-year-old rookie right-hander might miss his turn in the rotation. Last Monday, Horton was removed in the 3rd inning of his start against Milwaukee due to a blister on his right middle finger. Horton, 7.4, 3.08 ERA, has been pitching lights out lately, allowing just 2 earned runs on 15 hits and 10 walks over his previous 6 starts and 31 innings of work. The Cubs held the top wild card in the National League on Friday morning, 1 game above the San Diego Padres. Over the last 7 days, the Cubs have recorded an ugly 205/299/295 triple slash, with just 3 home runs and 210 at-bats. While their bullpen has compiled a 3.68 ERA, 1.33 WHIP, and a .227 batting average against. The Los Angeles Angels dropped a 3-game home series against the Cincinnati Reds at the start of this week, after a 4-1 defeat in the opener and a 6-4 loss in the middle game. The Angels outlasted the Reds 2-1. In the closer to avoid a sweep, the Angels' starting rotation has some issues too. Jose Soriano is on paternity leave, while Tyler Anderson struggles with a back injury. It's unknown who would toe the rubber on Saturday night, and the Angels might opt for a bullpen day. Victor Medeiros is another option, and the 24-year-old right-hander carries a 0-1 record with a troublesome 5.54 ERA and 1.85 whip in 2 starts and 2 relief appearances, 13 innings pitched in 2025. Last Monday, Medeiros gave up 3 earned runs on 9 hits and 3 walks across 5 innings in a 4-1 loss to the Reds. The Angels were 6.5 games behind the bottom wild card spot in the American League on Friday morning. Over the last 7 days, the Halos have registered a 237/326/385 line with 5 home runs and 169 at-bats, while their bullpen has amassed a pedestrian 5.06 ERA, 1.50 WHIP, and a .268 batting average against, highlighting continued struggles both offensively and on the mound. I expect the Cubs to start hitting the ball more consistently in this series, especially given the opportunities presented by the Angels' bullpen, which is far from elite. Angel Stadium is a hitter-friendly ballpark, ranking 11th on the StatCast Park Factors leaderboard. And we've already seen runs reach double figures in 11 of the Angels' last 15 home outings. While their bullpen holds a 3.42 ERA in August, it has shown signs of fatigue and inconsistency lately. With some tired arms likely in both bullpens, I anticipate a high-scoring affair, making the over on the total a solid play in this matchup. There are a lot of moving parts in this game. Both teams could opt for a bullpen day, and I think that Chicago has more pitching depth than Los Angeles. The Cubs have struggled at the plate lately, but they could easily get things going in this series, especially against an Angels pitching staff that has been inconsistent. Matchups and in-game adjustments will be key, and Chicago's versatility in both the bullpen and lineup gives them a potential edge if they can capitalize early. Don't forget that Chicago's lineup has been outstanding through the first 4 months of the season. The Cubs are 5th in the MLB in runs scored per game, 4.91, while the Angels rank 16th in this category, 4.39, showing a clear edge for Chicago offensively. This disparity could play a major role in shaping the series, as the Cubs' ability to consistently put runs on the board may force the Angels to rely heavily on their pitching and situational defense to stay competitive. Anyway, keep tracking the latest news leading up to the game. Should Cade Horton get the start, don't overthink it and take the Cubs. They're the safer bet regardless of minor variables. I will stick with the Cubs even if both teams decide to treat it as a bullpen day, or if the Angels opt to send Victor Medeiros to the mound. The depth and consistency of Chicago's roster give them a clear edge in either scenario, and their pitching staff has shown the ability to handle less predictable matchups, making them the logical pick despite potential changes in the starting rotation. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Chicago Cubs ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box.